Luxury automakers brought plenty of exciting new cars to show at the 2015 New York International Auto Show. In case you missed it, Business Jet Traveler was there, rounding up the best of the new offerings for people who prefer to be chauffeured and for those who want something special when they're behind the wheel themselves. Mercedes-Benz has resurrected the ultra-exclusive Maybach nameplate as a very special edition of the S-Class. With an interior 8 inches longer than the standard S-Class, the interior volume and appointments are exceptional, with reclining and massaging rear seats and beautifully detailed leather just about everywhere. Customization options are as numerous as those in your G650 Jet. Mercedes claims that the car offers the quietest rear passenger compartment of any car in production. A 523 horsepower bi-turbo V12 provides effortless power for this rolling executive suite. Champagne flutes come as standard at the $200,000 base price. On the days that you prefer to drive yourself, the Mercedes-AMG GT S will make a different kind of statement. Mercedes intends for its less expensive SLS successor to compete with the Porsche 911 and the Audi R8 V10. It's powered by a 503 horsepower bi-turbo V8 with a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox and returns a 0 to 60 time of 3.7 seconds. While it loses the characteristic gull-wing doors of the SLS, it's lighter, smaller, and considerably less expensive at around $130,000. If you'd like to be kind to the earth with an electric car, enjoy cutting-edge technology, but still want supercar performance, concept car styling, and the ability to drive coast to coast, BMW's i8 is a compelling choice. This all-wheel drive plug-in hybrid offers a dual personality with the ability to drive in an all-electric mode around town, but in conjunction with the 3-cylinder turbocharged motor, 357 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds is available. BMW's carbon fiber construction keeps the car's curb weight to just under 3,400 pounds, which is relatively light considering the weight of the batteries and the electric drivetrain. The i8 retails for nearly $138,000, but that's a bargain if you want to drive a car similar in concept to the Porsche 918 Spyder. Alfa Romeo displayed a new Spyder version of the 4C sports car. With only minimal reinforcements needed to maintain stiffness, the Spyder is only 22 pounds heavier than the coupe. The turbocharged 1.7-liter 4-cylinder delivers 237 horsepower through a 6-speed twin-clutch gearbox to the rear wheels. And thanks to its lightweight carbon fiber chassis, the 4C Spyder is capable of 0 to 60 runs in 4.3 seconds. The price is expected to be around $60,000. Alfa Romeo's 4C is like a mini Ferrari, with just as much Italian passion and even more heritage behind it for a fraction of the cost. The Italian carmaker wants to highlight that heritage and brought a small selection of cars from its storied history. Among them was a 1968 33 Stradale. Only 18 examples of this car were built, and even though getting your hands on an original may prove difficult, it's clear that the designers of the modern 4C took plenty of inspiration from this classic. McLaren debuted a new entry-level supercar called the 570S. The 570S is intended as a McLaren that's user-friendlier than the 650S and could potentially be used as daily transportation. The 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 produces 562 horsepower and is connected to a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox turning the rear wheels. The McLaren is constructed extensively of carbon fiber and aluminum and can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. Carbon ceramic brakes are standard, but the car does without the 650S's active aero and suspension. Think of it as McLaren's answer to the Porsche 911 Turbo, with a price of around $185,000. This car has the exotic looks of the $1.15 million P1 for a whole lot less. And if you'd like to stand out from your friends with their Porsches and Ferraris, the 570S is worth a look. Speaking of Porsche, they introduced a special new Boxster, the Spyder, powered by the 3.8-liter flat-six sourced from the 911 Carrera S. In the Boxster, this motor produces 375 horsepower, 25 horsepower less than that in the 911. The Spyder is meant to be the lightest yet most powerful version of the Boxster. Beyond the motor, it features brakes from the Carrera S, sits 20mm lower than the standard Boxster, and its cloth roof is manually operated. As a weight-saving measure, air conditioning and a stereo system are no-cost options to the $82,100 price. Finally, Lincoln debuted the Continental Concept, which looks like it could be made production-ready in short order. The design takes the brand back to its glory days in luxury, style, and size. Ford hopes to continue its reinvention of Lincoln as a globally recognized mark. The spacious rear seating area is especially important for the Chinese market, where being chauffeured is important to buyers of luxury cars. While the classic rear suicide doors from the 1960s Continental aren't present here, the rear doors open extra wide to allow for graceful egress when you pull up to Tavern on the Green. For Business Jet Traveler, this is Ian Whalen.